So she asked me to take off my cat suit. So that made it different right there.
Yeah.
And I got on a spanking bench and she said, I am going to give you your 60 impacts with 3 different implements.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit you 60 times with 3 different implements.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I had taken a caning the previous year. I said, maybe I could do that.
Yeah.
She said, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I am going to hit you 60 times with 3
Oh,
different
so like 90
implements.
times.
60 times 3 is
Oh, you're right.
180.
Okay. Bad math. Yeah. Wow.
And so my breath halted a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And she brought out the first one, which was something that looked like a pickleball paddle, except it was solid leather.
Mm-hmm.
And she had me smell it. And she said, are you ready for your first 60? And I went, yes, mistress. And she
Mm-hmm.
said, you need to count each one of these and say, thank you, mistress, after each one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. And she goes, if you mess up, we start over again. I said, noted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so she starts to hit me. And by the time I get to 10, Jesse, I'm ready to call red because I've never been hit that hard in my life.
Mm.
Then I get to 20 and I'm going, how am I doing this?
Mm-hmm.
And then I get to 30 and my mind goes to, I don't know if I can do this, but I'm halfway there. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Then I get to 40 and I am crying.
Mm.
There is a puddle of tears on the spanking bench below me.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I get to 50, the tears are now on the floor.
Wow.
And at 60, she does the last one and she takes my head and my hair and she goes, oh, my damsel, I am so proud of you.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to catch my breath and I'm
Mm-hmm.
crying.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, are you ready to continue? And I don't even think about it. I went, yes, mistress.
Mm-hmm.
And now she brings out a long strap about a foot long, looped with
Mm-hmm.
leather that thick.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts again. And this time she starts playing with rhythm.
Mm.
The first 10 are super slow. So I have to think about each and every one
Yeah.
of them. And then the next 10 are super fast, and I can barely keep up with the 11, thank you, Mr. 12, thank you, Mr. 13, thank you.
Yeah.
My head's scrambled enough as it is.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I'm at 30 and I'm going, I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm screaming inside, but I can do this.
Yeah.
And then 40 comes and 50 comes. And now there's this determination in me
Mm-hmm.
to get to 60. And at 60, she goes, oh, my damsel, I'm so proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm holding back tears because her pride just really felt amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she said, I need you to take a break. I need you to breathe,
Mm-hmm.
stand up, stretch out your legs.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're ready, get back on the bench.
Yeah.
And so I was up for like 1 or 2 minutes and I was back on the bench. And she said, okay, my damsel, are you ready for the last set?
Mm-hmm.
I said, yes, mistress, I am.
Mm-hmm.
You are totally dedicated to giving me these last 60. I went, yes, mistress, I am.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, get off the bench and come give me a hug. I just wanted to make sure that you were willing.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Now, that lesson to me,
Mm-hmm.
what she gave me had something to do with the pain, but it had everything to do with the gift that she had given my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because the next week when I went back to work was one of the most difficult weeks of work that I had had.
Mm-hmm.
and I was ready to give up.
Yeah.
And then I went back into
Mhm.
the dungeon in Florida and I went, you don't have to give up. You
Yeah.
can do this.
Mhm.
So, what could be seen by the outside world as someone beating the bottom of somebody to the point where they're crying
Yeah.
and screaming
Mhm.
had actually been one of the kindest things that had ever been done to me,
Wow. Yeah.
and one of the kindest gifts that had ever been given to me.
Yeah. What do you
So,
think she
people,
gave you? Do you think she gave you confidence?
she gave me the ability not to give up when I think
Yeah.
I need to.
Yeah.
And even though I had lived a lot of my life not giving up and just
Mhm.
pushing through it, this was a physical manifestation of
Yeah.
that.
Of your capacity to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think about it every day and I'll get a tear every day.
Mhm.
But that allowed me to see myself not as a, oh, you're just catsuit and people put up with you, but that
Yeah.
allowed me to see myself as I am worthy of your time.
Yeah. Yeah.